camera real quick. Here we go. All right, so we'll do a quick little introduction. You can hold that for your own microphone.
All right.
But this is it. This is pretty much the setup. And everyone who's joining right now, who are watching or reviewing the video, I'm closing chat so we don't read it or get distracted.
All right, for sure.
I met you at the gym today. We don't really know each other, by the way.
Yeah.
From my recollection, I know of you from friends of a friend.
Yeah.
This is like the most we've ever talked.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. That's where we're at right now. We're at the gym. We were talking about business. And currently, if you're open to it, you're talking about like girl pity or whatever.
Yeah.
Microphone like.
Microphone
close. Yeah. Put the microphone close.
I would say.
Like just hold it. Just
Oh,
hold it.
right here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, but in my situation, I would say it was a lot of like just going into the relationship. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like I guess you could say like a lot of lies, kind of, like not really being truthful,
Oosh.
Like
who's not being truthful?
Well, honestly, it was from both sides. So
okay.
Not even trying to.
Wait, so like both of you guys are cheating, or like what's the idea?
No, not really cheating, but just not really telling like a transparent truth of what was going on, like before, and like kind of like just not being truthful about like past, basically,
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So
then all that kind of came up, and just little pity arguments of like kind of like I guess like just being prideful, from both sides.
Prideful as in like you should feel bad for me because I went through this, but you're not.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay.
And my side, it was kind of like, that's what happened, and we just need to kind of move forward with it and choose each other,
Mm-hmm.
And because the past is the past, and then on her side, she was a little bit more like not forgiving and like kind of holding on to it, just bringing up little like petty arguments about that. So, but yeah, that's why ultimately my relationship didn't work. But
and how long ago was this? And could you hold the microphone right here?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Like
you're a rapper or some shit, right? Like just right next to your mic.
Yeah. This was probably about like this is like a few weeks ago, so it's pretty recent.
Oh shit! So is it top of mind right now? Like you thinking about it often?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Probably.
And where does your thought constantly go back to? Is it like there's like a moment or like a few things that could have been different? Do you regret it?
Honestly, there's just a lot that I couldn't really change about like her mindset,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like the process where I was like, like me trying to change it, but that's not my part to do, So
I agree.
So it's kind of like a thing where it's like kind of just gotta let go, So because
Mm-hmm.
a part of me really does really want to work things out. I really do love her, but at the end of the day, it's like I can't really change her,
Mm-hmm.
So
because she doesn't want to be changed.
Yeah. So ultimately, just gotta let it go.
And how long were you guys like dating or known each other?
We're dating we've known each other for about 2 years. So, but we actually started dating. Let's say it's been like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we were kind of back and forth between it. So, around like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you doing good? Or
yeah.
Okay. Well, the conversation we had at the gym was about business, more or less, but I'm confused. So, what specifically did you want to talk about? Because when you were coming up to enter my room, you were talking about how you do electrical engineering. Your parents or your dad does electrical engineering.
Yeah.
So you have a way into the business, but at the same time, I'm assuming you're not really too passionate about it.
Yeah, I would say for electrical, in the beginning, I wasn't really passionate about it. I would say it was kind of like a choose a career kind of thing, you know? And then that was kind of like the thing that was given. So it was kind of like out of my way to help like my dad, help like the family. But now the more that I've learned about it, the more that I like put my hands on it, the more I'm growing to like it,
Okay, cool. So what do you like about it?
What I like about electrical, I would say is just like it's kind of simple, like if you think about it, it's really simple. Like it goes back to the panel is like where you get your main power, and just getting like other circuits where you could work from, you know? So it's just really the electrician to really, that's what you pay, is the electrician for their experience to get it done, you know? So,
And let's say it pays you like 5 million a year. You'd really like it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So what other jobs or opportunities, if it could pay you 5 million, that you would like even more than electrical?
I would say I really like traveling, for sure. So something within that field, something of like, I feel like I'm a very adventurous person, you know? Like something within that, like maybe like vlogging, you know, like like you know how like some people would go and like do like what I really like, what I could see myself doing is maybe like hikes, maybe like go like travel somewhere, like go on hikes, go in the water, go do all these like adventurous things like bungee jumping, you know, like a bunch of crazy stuff like that, you know.
And you like traveling. Where have you traveled to that made you like it so much?
I'll say San Diego.
What's in San Diego? I actually have no clue.
It's kind of like Ocean City. It's like it's a lot of like ocean. Like imagine like San Francisco, but it's like warm. You know, it's like warm. It's not foggy, and then the beaches are nice as well.
Wait, Jordan, have you been on cruises before?
Cruises? Nah, I haven't.
Bro,
not like a long cruise.
Bro, let me put you on, okay? All
right.
So take a guess. So recently, the past like 6 months, I went on 3 cruises with my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And the most recent one, I got a good deal on it, so I'll spoil it. But it was 6 nights, food included, all right, room included. There's entertainment, so there's like shows, plays. By the way, the food, every night you get steak. There's a night for like lobster night, desserts, fast food spots everywhere. How much do you think I paid for 6 nights, 7 days to Mexico?
6 nights, 7 days?
Yes.
I would say like probably like a couple bands, like.
No,
like
lower. Yeah, you go lower.
Really? Like 1,500
per person. Lower.
A band?
Lower.
Damn, that's crazy. I'd say 800.
I'll spoil it. 200 per person
for all those nights.
Yes, for all those nights, food included. If you like to vacation, travel, or explore, cruises is the method. Like, this is completely irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why cruises are so cheap is exactly what we do, or like editors, every single business. And like Amazon, they hire Filipinos, they hire Indians, people in different countries that have less of a purchasing power, and then they leverage that to the consumers. So the reason why everything's so cheap, even though they're giving you extremely high quality service, is because they just hire Filipinos.
But makes sense.
I'm not even kidding. If you like to travel at a cheap, affordable price, you can hit up cruises. It pays for all the food. You go to like exotic places, beaches. You go to little like downtown cities.
Cruises?
Yes.
For sure, bro.
San Diego. Is there any other places you visited that you really enjoyed?
I've been to Seattle recently.
Washington?
Yeah, Seattle, Washington.
Drive, flown?
Flight.
Oh, why? What was the reason?
We just, me and my boys just went. We just wanted to explore Seattle because my brother really likes that city. So he was putting us on with a lot of stuff out there.
Really? What's so great about Seattle? I actually have no clue.
It's kind of like it reminds me exactly like San Francisco, but it's just cold and it rains. But it's really nice though. Really nice.
Okay. So at least for me, when I vacation, the thing I find valuable in the vacation is that I like to enjoy the food that you normally wouldn't eat, right? So like when you're in Mexico, you normally wouldn't get like authentic Mexican food, and the views, right? Like things has to look pretty, at least for me.
Yeah.
So when you like to travel, you told me earlier that you like to be an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Is it because you're in a different spot, unknown?
It's kind of like it's like, I guess, like unknown, and then it's just like discovering new things, you know, like just seeing new things, like new places. It's just a different kind of vibe, you know.
And what do you crave the most?
What do I crave the most?
Yeah, in general.
Like, what do you mean? Like with the trip or just like?
So I asked vague questions,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
more of what popped up in your mind first when I said that.
Honestly, I think like good connections with people. Like honestly, I think that's pretty cool. Like random like interactions with like locals that will tell you like stories about the place or just like a good how do you say just good I can't find the word for the type of like person. It's like a good person, you know, like a stand up good person.
Oh, so you like to hang out and meet like good people that leave a impact on the world and like
Yeah, basically like there's a word for it, but I can't think of it right now.
nah, don't worry, bro. I got no clue either. But my why don't you do that then?
We'll do it.
What you just said, what you want to do. It's just like you kind of are doing it with me and you right now.
Yeah.
And, like the friend I introduced you to.
Yeah.
But plus traveling.
Uh, Probably just money, to be honest. Like money and yeah, that's basically the main issue, just money. Yeah.
And how much would you need or want for that to happen?
Probably whatever pays the trip and a little bit more to like pay like probably my rent and just all my necessities and everything.
Your rent? Okay, so as in, would you want to like be at a spot every different week, or would you want to come back home like for a month and then for a week you go travel?
Yeah, I would say so. Like maybe like yeah, be at home for like a month, then go somewhere like probably like monthly traveling. That would be pretty cool.
And you can't do it because of money. So I think the next conversation is, I'm assuming in life you feel a little bit constricted by finances, which a lot of people do.
Yeah, yeah.
And my question is, when has it come up in your life where it's like gotten in the way?
What was that?
When has money come up in life where it's gotten in your way?
Where it's gotten in my way?
Yeah.
Honestly, money hasn't really been a really big issue, you know?
Yeah.
That's not like it hasn't really been a really big necessity for me because I feel like it's always I've always had like a good amount, you know? Like not really amount where I'm going under or if I have like I haven't had an amount yet that I could really be like super comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, money is just not really a big issue right now. So
yeah, I will say, Jordan.
Yeah.
You we've never talked until now, but from what I've seen from the outside, you always seem like a smart, like responsible person.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Appreciate it.
So that makes sense that obviously you have money. Most people don't. Most people are in debt. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially people who go to college.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And why didn't you choose to go to college?
I was in college for a little bit. I was in community college, and one thing that I could say is that I just didn't know about college at all. Like I just didn't really know. Like when I went, I heard about FAFSA. I knew that I could pay my classes and everything.
Did you apply?
Yeah, I did. I had FAFSA.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
So I had FAFSA, but there was really no motivation to like. I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and they always kind of said like, just keep on going and you'll figure it out, you know. But I just never took it serious because I never really had like a big motivation, a big pull to really take it serious, you know.
Do you still care about college? Because it kind of sounds like you're talking about it in a way of like regret, as if like you should have known.
No. I don't have a really big pull to go to college. If I had a big reason that I needed to, if I needed to learn something like very essential, then I probably would. But no, it's just I'm just saying that like when I got that opportunity for the FAFSA, I just didn't take it I didn't take it very serious because I didn't really have a big reason to, you know.
Yes, and do you have that reason now?
I'd say if I went back, I probably would have took it serious in the route to do like business, to maybe learn a little bit the back ends of business, or because I feel like when I didn't go to college, that's what I really needed, you know. It's just
so my real opinion, okay?
Yeah.
Talk to Peter. People don't know Peter is a friend of Jordan that I see occasionally at the gym. And Peter, I talked to him. He also wants to do business. He's in marketing at a university, which we will not leak. And he talks about you enough to where I was interested in like talking to you, and it was under the idea of Peter wants to do like, or that's the thing he says. I don't know what he wants to do, right? But that's the thing he mentions when I talk to him, all about starting a car business where he buys cars, resells them, and he mentions you with it.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you're not as invested into it as maybe how he presents it.
I feel like with my interests, I feel like Peter's really into cars. You know, that's like a big passion of his. I do like cars, but I'm not really very passionate about it. But I would say my interest was solely just profits. You know, that's,
Okay.
like for real, that's all I'll get into it for. You know.
Okay.
I do like cars, you know, I really do, but for sure it's just the profit for sure.
Yeah, so what I was leading to is that I thought it was kind of silly in a way where if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, obviously go to school. But if you want to be a business person, I think it's inefficient, and you'd be like kind of a bad businessman if you want to learn business and you spend the money on tuition and however much time it costs to go to college, because returns aren't really there, right? Especially if you want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And my thought to you is, if your goal is to do business, you don't go to college, which is good in a way. And I'm curious, do you like, what's the daily routine looking like? Do you spend time about business? Do you work, hang out? You tell me.
Yeah. So, just my whole history of just business, it all started when I was pretty young. So everybody knows Jordans, like, you know, like the Jordan shoe, you know, they're pretty expensive. So the retail price of a Jordan shoe is like $225, but you know, like resale, right? They're all sold out in the store. So some retail prices are $400, $500. You can't really afford it, you know? And when I was smaller, that was a lot of money, you know, for sure. Even to this day, it's pretty expensive to get a Jordan shoe. So it first started when my mom, she bought me some Jordan 12s. They're a used pair from the Fix Kicks. They're like $200 used. So I had those. Once I wore them out a little bit, I grew out of them. I resold those, and then I bought another pair to resell, and it just started like that.
Yes.
So when I was in high school, I was reselling shoes, and that's how I was making some of my money. And just I had a lot of shoes, and I was just reselling them. That's what really got my mind thinking about business, you know.
And was there a transition? Because I'm assuming you told me you don't really do shoes anymore.
Yeah.
So like, give me like the life of you becoming a businessman, which is selling shoes, and then after high school ended, I'm assuming the customers dried up.
Yeah, the game was the reselling game kind of died out a little bit, so it kind of transitioned to like running shoes, like dad shoes, you know, and like Yeezys and just a whole bunch of different shoes or entering, you know.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
As in lifeline of not like the shoe business, but your life as a businessman, right?
Oh, okay.
So like after high school, I'm assuming you got less clients.
Yeah.
And then did you transition from selling shoes? You still sell shoes?
So after high school, it died out, like you said, and then after that, I was working at Lowe's. So I was working at Lowe's. I was working full time. Then I was working part time, and then I started working at the YMCA. So I was working with kids, and that was part-time job. So it was like 1 to 6. So it was a 5-hour shift. And while I was working it, I was thinking of another way to make income, you know? So I was doing shoes for a little bit. I would say like this was probably like 2 years ago. So I was doing the shoes. It was doing okay. And then I transitioned into clothes after that. So yeah, like I told you with the thrifting and everything like that, just reselling. It's kind of like the same thing, but with clothes, you know?
Yeah. So my question to you is, I don't know, at least from Peter and a few other people I talk about, why don't you guys utilize the internet in a way to do the business rather than having to do it in person? Because the internet would be this is what we talked about at the gym. The
Yeah.
internet would just be extremely higher leverage, where let's say this shoe selling, you do really well, you take up the whole market in the area,
Yeah.
and then maybe you expand to clothing. Well, you'd be restricted in like how far you could drive, how far they could pick up, or
Yeah.
even like shipping. So my question is, why wouldn't you guys start an online business where it's infinitely or easily scalable in a way? I'm not
Yeah.
saying, by the way, I'm not saying it's like the right way to do it, but we have the advantage because we grew up with technology compared
Yeah.
to like old heads, if that makes
No,
sense.
I get what you're saying, because there's only a certain limit you could do it with. Say if I was reselling clothes, if I was doing it myself, if I spend 4 hours, I'm gonna be working all those 4 hours, constantly working. Like you said, like how much you get out of your time is, if we do it on the internet, there's a lot more output we could get. So I definitely know what you're talking about with that.
Yes, and my question is, were you guys aware of this? You guys knew it, but like you guys didn't think much into it?
We thought about e-commerce, but we just never really tried it, to be honest. We never honestly, with like I was telling you at the gym, like I'm kind of like a grandpa with all the internet stuff.
Yeah.
So I need to get more familiar with the internet more. So for sure.
And what do you not know about the internet?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's just I'm more of like a hands-on guy, So, but I think that's just a mindset that I need to get out of. That I think anybody could really work the internet,
I agree. And speaking of mindset, have you heard of like the saying, the 5 friends you surround yourself with is like a representation of who you are?
Yeah.
Do you think that, okay, so obviously there's a lot, but do you think that applies to you, where like the people you hang out with is a representation of who you are?
For myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could take a look at my friends, and they're pretty spot on to who I am. Yeah, I'd say so. They're very similar to me.
Yeah, and by the way, no diss to any of the friends. I'm just curious, right?
Yeah.
But like, is this is this where you want to be at? Is the friends like the people you want to be at? Because if you find your constraints in money, would they be financially where you're at as well?
For themselves, will they be at that point? Is what you're saying?
Ask that again, please.
You said that like financially, will they be at the same spot I want to be in?
Wait, what? Wait, say that again.
Wait,
no, it's me. Say that again.
So what you're asking is, will the people I surround myself be at the end goal where I want to be at as well?
Oh, as in all of you guys are hustling, but none of you guys are there yet. So like, all of you guys have the same end goal.
Yeah. Wait, no, I was trying to get what you were asking before that. Is that what you're asking, basically? Like,
well, what am I asking? Well, okay. The reason why I brought up the whole friend situation is because I think the people you surround yourself with is important.
Mm-hmm.
And did you try to start like a YouTube channel with Alberto?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, please. And it was like with you and all of your friend groups. Am I correct?
Yeah, it was all of us. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like a perfect example. Don't get me wrong. I think friends are great. It's great to hang out with people, but I also do think, to a certain degree, it could be a liability depending on who you hang out with.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So from what I know, you guys started it, then you guys like stopped, then you guys like semi picked it back up, then you guys stopped, and now it's like it's dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there a problem that happened with the channel, or did you guys just like?
I think most of us kind of have different interests of what we want to do. The channel was kind of like a prank channel. It was more of like I'm not the type to go over there and do like a crazy ass prank, like that's just not me.
Wait, okay. Why not though? I thought you like interacting with people.
I mean, no, I do, but
you don't like ruining their day. You mean?
Yeah. I would say just
you're
like,
a good guy. Yeah,
I'm just not the type to like do some like really like outrageous. Like I have friends that are like that, like that was their whole. They would do it, and I would just be like, all right, I'll record you doing it or something, or I'll just take like another part and not really doing it, but doing like the crazy stuff. But I think that's mostly why like it didn't work out. So, but I think you are right with saying that like trying to take like all of us in the same YouTube channel. You feel me?
Yeah, you know, so this is funny, right?
Yeah.
There's like a saying where like, you know, once you become rich, you forget your day ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what do you think about that? Because you seem like a very loyal, good guy.
Yeah.
Whereas like once you make it, you're gonna bring all your boys up.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I think in anything that I do, if I could get them a win, for sure, they're the first ones I'm gonna think about. You know, my family and my friends for sure. So.
And is that like a priority right now, or
I wouldn't say right now it's a main priority.
yeah?
You know,
No, I agree. I don't think it should be a priority.
because I think that we're all doing our own things right now. You know,
Yeah.
so I think all of us kind of have the same mindset of like, you know, if one of us were to really do something that could put all of us on or feed all of us, well, for sure, all,
Honestly,
you know,
swear to God, this is how I see it.
yeah,
Okay, so like, I think so. If you don't know, people don't know. I dropped out of college
Yeah.
because it was like a lifeboat.
Yeah.
Because there was that lifeboat, I never really went all in with YouTube.
yeah,
And I think that's also the same idea with most friend groups, where it's like every new friend you make makes you feel more secure in your networking, because if things go to shit, maybe they succeed and they can put me on.
yeah,
And that's dope. I also think that's a lifeboat itself,
yeah,
right? So if you don't know, I've again a rich cousin,
Yeah.
and I could go under his path and do ecom. But when I was up and coming, I was thinking, okay, well, I'm not going to do ecom based off of the fact that I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm passionate in. I have the easiest way in because he has so much experience. I get like a free coach that would cost like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
yeah,
I just chose not to go down that route because it was like the lifeboat. I didn't care about it. And the reason why I mention friends a lot is because the quote of like millionaires forgetting their day ones, I think it's very true in a way.
yeah,
Not because like fuck the day ones. It's
Yeah.
more of as for like your girl or like ex girl, like people sometimes do not, like they're not compatible, but they try to force it because of logical fallacies in the idea of like, I've known you for so long, so because I've known you since like high school, you're fucking day one.
yeah,
Like people stick together, even though it does not make sense based on their goals, right? So you let me know about all of this, but I remember back in college, there was like a lot of people that want to hang out with me,
yeah,
and it's like no diss to them, right?
yeah,
But everyone's ambitious.
mm-hmm.
Like who isn't, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone has big grand goals, and I don't think that itself is a marker of a good person for me.
yeah,
Because what's more important, right? Do I care about like spending time, making connections, learning and understanding people? I like that. I actually really enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But what is more important? Would it be that part of like understanding, connecting with people, spending your time, or would it be like the goal you personally have? And if like stuff like that doesn't mesh, back in high school, college, a lot of people would ask to hang out, and it's like I can't. You
Yeah.
know? And it's not that I don't have the time. I do have time to hang out with them. It's just a matter of if I hang out with them, their personalities, their hobbies would rub off on me, and it wouldn't help me because again,
yeah,
everyone is ambitious, everyone has big goals, but do their actions speak for it, right? It's
Yeah,
like, for
yeah.
example, like it's like when you're in school and you get a bad grade on the test, you're like, shit, man, I got fucking like 68.
yeah,
And then you ask everyone else for reassurance that they also do bad. If they did bad, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm all good, right? Like those people obviously aim for 100.
yeah, yeah,
But because they did bad, your standards decreased in a way.
yeah.
Now you tell me, what do you think about all of that?
About
Anything, whatever popped up.
yeah, you're saying how like if I had my standard at 100 and everybody else is getting like 80, you're saying that like your standard will drop too.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, people with 80 are still aiming for 100,
Yeah, yeah,
right? But if everyone's getting an 80 and you can get 100, well, 80 is good for them. Maybe you'll go for 90 instead.
yeah, yeah.
And do you think that happens with your friend group?
if you're saying that like the same thing would be like maybe somebody's not doing as much as like this person, we're all kind of like different variations.
It's like this. It's like a potential question,
Yeah.
right? It's like, where's your potential at? Are you meeting it? And by the way, don't worry, your friends aren't gonna watch this, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, where's your potential at? It could be at 101,
Yeah.
right? But you're doing like 68 of that
Yeah.
101 that you could
Yeah.
reach, and that's maybe because your boys are hitting the 50, right? So because you're hitting 68, you're looking around, that's better than average, and because that's better than average, then that's good. That's what, like, I'm doing good in a way, which you are doing good compared
Yeah.
to what you're looking around, but you, like, your potential is like through the roof, and you're not really tapping into it because of constraints you're not aware of.
Yeah, I would that's probably true. Honestly, I think that I have a lot more potential than what I've been doing recently, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think that it's about, looking at them and saying,
Sure. Yeah.
like, I'm not, I would never look at them and be like, oh, they're doing this
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
I got to do more than them,
Sure. Yeah.
It's never like that. I would say it's more of a thing where it's kind of like I've always been at battle with myself, like I always try not to compare, but I think that's a big thing, is just comparing is like a big thing where it's been that has been a very big part recently, is just comparing, and I tried not to.
Yeah. And who are you comparing yourself to?
I would say just like honestly a lot of like influencers, to be honest, like just looking at like maybe like online or something, just like I could do a lot more, and I think it starts with the I think like the discipline part of me, and because I feel like you said, like everybody has ambition, like I have a lot of ambition, but my discipline part needs to be a lot better,
What are your pitfalls? What would be like the discipline problem?
I would say probably just going out, to be honest. That's like the big one so far.
And brother, tell me who you go out with.
I go out with my friends, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
And by the way,
Yeah.
again, right? This is just like a real conversation
Yeah,
from
yeah.
someone outside.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because like I think the reason why people pay for like my one-on-ones, even though it's like pretty expensive, is because it's not that I have anything intriguing or like riveting to say. It's stuff they already know.
Yeah.
But many people asking for like opinions, it's from like friends and family, and they already have an opinion of who they are. So for example, let's say you go to high school, right? And you were like a loser or like a fat chud.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like a fat fuck.
Okay.
And then maybe you during college, after college, you no longer had that type of habit. You've changed. You got ripped as fuck.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you come back to high school, like high school reunion, you see everyone again. And like, oh, holy shit, you're not like a fat chud anymore. No, I remember back in the day, I used to be like fat as fuck.
Yeah.
So right. So like, obviously they have like a different visual perspective, but in their head, they still have the identity of you being like a fat fuck.
Yeah.
So like the problem with asking advice or opinions from other people, more or less, is that they already have an idea of who you are, and because they already have an idea of who you are, they will compare your past self, and it'll like weigh you down potential wise as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're doing great already, right? Like, oh, you're doing already great. Like, you're ripped as shit. But obviously, the person who's like ripped as fuck, they always want more. They always
Yeah.
want to improve. But again, it's like the idea of not even your friends holding you back, but the past self, as in people who viewed you as who you were.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I went on this little tangent, but I think the idea I want to circle back to would be, so there's a moment, right? Let's say you're at home. Okay, I want to do this business. It's time to like study or learn about it.
Yeah.
But my boys are calling. Let's go hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you choose to go hang out rather than doing what you feel like you should do?
I would say honestly, sometimes it's like, even if I was sitting down with myself, sometimes it would be hard just to get into that mode. I think that's my biggest problem, just to get into that mode and to just break out of that. And I feel like I have done a lot better with that. But I think that I would probably go hang out just because, like, sometimes I don't even really want to. I'm like, I probably shouldn't, but maybe it's the fear of not like like missing out, kind of. I would say so. Maybe.
Yeah, this is how I see it. Your social group is like a safe space,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And safe spaces aren't good.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you want to be like an entrepreneur or like a businessman,
Yeah.
you're constantly taking risk,
Yeah.
right? Like they're at their best when they're taking a risk,
Yeah.
right? And like for example, let's say you're a very healthy person,
Yeah.
so maybe this will help you understand more with how you view other people. Like, so let's say you see like a fatty, okay? Now,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm sure you're a very respectful person,
Yeah.
but like fat people, let's say when they get stressed,
Yeah.
right? Their go-to response would be to consume calories because it makes them feel good, makes them comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And maybe something bad happened. Some family member like unexpectedly got into a car crash, and again, the reason why they're chubby is because like that's their coping mechanism. And a lot of people don't realize it, but in social groups, that itself is a coping mechanism where it's like students that I've worked with, when it's time to like work or do studying, they feel justified in hanging out with friends because all the other friends are hanging out. So there's like social proof. They're with their friends. Their friends will always be supportive. Say, hey man, it's completely fine. It's like fine to be here, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's all these kinds of stuff that accumulates to where like time slips in a way, right? Because perspective, there's many people our age that are way ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
And same starting point, right? A lot of people like to make excuses of like, oh, rich, whatever, X, Y, and Z, right?
Yeah.
But even if it's false, like let's say they have no starting point, good starting point, either way, it's like the only reason why I make comparisons is to like put perspective into it, right? Obviously you would want to compete against yourself and really tap into who you are.
Yeah.
And it's just a question of what's more worth it? I'm asking you that.
Yeah. For sure, I think that what would be more worth it is tapping into my potential, for sure.
Yeah, and here's the truth, okay?
Yeah.
So I'll give you a quick story.
Yeah.
I don't think you should start a business with like Peter or whoever the fuck, or anyone, right?
Yeah.
Unless there's like a few criteria. So for example, I back in high school would be on like the hustle shit like you as well, right?
Yeah.
Where I would like sell chips and stuff.
Yeah.
Not because you saw my location, right? Not because I needed the money, but because I just wanted to like learn about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And like a thing I learned about like business and partnerships is that you kind of have to have like a good partner, which by the way, this conversation ties into the whole idea of friendship and like who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Because you starting a business with Peter would not make sense.
Yeah.
Because, okay, you guys have the exact same skill set, okay?
Yeah.
You guys have the exact same amount of money, okay?
Yeah.
And you guys have the exact same amount of like knowledge. So all you're doing, let's say the business is like super successful, all you're doing is splitting your pie in half. And the person that you're splitting it with has the same skill set as you. They have the same amount of money. They have the same amount of time available.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like story from high school. I would try to start a business with Alberto, believe it or not, okay?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So Alberto, if people don't know, he's like Mexican as well. He's he's entrepreneur, tries to do business as well. But I think his biggest fault is that he gets distracted very easily. So, for example, Alberto is always trying to do like YouTube, TikTok, clothing brand, haircuts. And it's like he could succeed, but he always picks something else when bad things happen. He doesn't weather through the storm. He always like jump ship, right? And back in high school with Alberto, I was like, okay, bro, let's fucking do like a clothing brand together, right? But the problem is Alberto and I were both shit. So there's no benefit. There's like, it just makes you feel more comfortable doing a business with a friend because you know that friend, right? Like I just feel comfortable because I know this person, but that itself is not a good reason from an objective standpoint.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And like that type of lesson I learned early bled into also, by the way, I hang out with pretty much whoever now because I have the leisure to do that. But it depends on stages, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? It depends on stages of life. And as we talked earlier, starting is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're at the most disadvantage. You have no brand, no recognizability, you have no money, you have no knowledge. Like that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
And it's only becoming more difficult when you give up that time for like comfort. And by the way, I talked a lot of shit. What do you think about everything I just said?
Honestly, a lot of it is like shit that you don't want to hear, you know? It's a lot of shit that you don't want to hear, but at the end, honestly, it's true. So, you're spinning facts. So.
Yeah. So think of it like this. All right. In philosophy, have you heard of Plato's allegory of the cave?
Nah.
Okay, so it's a perfect tie-in with your girlfriend or like your ex,
Yeah.
and maybe even your boys. Okay.
Yeah.
So in Plato's allegory of the cave, so Plato is a philosopher, but who gives a fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
The story is there are prisoners. They're chained underground. All
Okay.
right. And all they have to do is face a wall. That's their entire life. They face a wall, and there is a campfire or a source of light behind them. Okay?
Yeah.
And there are guards that move objects around. Okay. So they see like cutouts of trees, of birds, of vases. They're
Yeah.
moving stuff around. And because their entire life is that shadow, right? They assume that's what a tree looks like, but it's just the shadow of a tree. That's what a vase looks like, but that's just a shadow of a vase.
Yeah.
Okay. Like same idea with birds, every single thing.
Okay.
And at some point, the story changes based on like whatever. But let's say one of the prisoners, their chain is open. They're set free. Okay. And they climb out of the little cave. They try to see the real outside world. They're going to the surface. And the light, the sunlight is too bright.
Yeah,
because they've been under the cave for so long. So their eyes are trying to adjust. Adjust to what? The truth. Okay.
Yeah.
So when they're finally outside, they see the trees, real trees, right? They see the shadows casted by the lights. Oh, holy fuck. Those were shadows the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit. That's a bird. And that's the shadow of a bird.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they know truth.
Yeah.
They come back down, excited, ready to tell their boys, right? Hey guys, this is fake. These are shadows. And depending on how the story goes, but I'll just make it dramatic.
Yeah.
The prisoners, like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? That's like, this is a tree, like the shadow. They're prisoners, right? Like they're chained in.
Yeah.
And let's say he tries to like convince them to go up. They don't want to go up because it's too bright for them, right? So they'd rather stay down. And then, long story short, again, story depends on different types of people. In the end, they kill the guy for trying to like tell him the truth, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the same idea with like your girl, because like there's a truth that you see, but it's not worth convincing them to believe in your truth.
Yeah.
Right. And there's more sayings, right? It's like bees don't tell flies that honey's better than shit.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like the same idea with friends in a way. Or like here's the truth, okay? What do you value in friends?
In friends?
Yes.
I think just with friends for sure, it's like somebody that could be there for you, like you know, on your lowest for sure.
Yeah.
It's just to also tell you when you're going wrong, you know, when you're doing something wrong, for sure, to just be real. Like I think like a real friend is somebody that is not gonna like let some shit like pass by you and be like, oh yeah, you're doing good, bro. And,
yeah.
You know, I think that's a good friend. I think somebody that that's not really like too like judgmental, you know, like not, you don't want to hang around somebody that's like always telling you like, oh, like you know, like a whole bunch of shit, you know. So somebody that's kind of just loose and just, you know, cool person to be around, like good energy, you know.
Cool. And by the way, does that also apply to say like your girlfriends or like the significant others that obviously you just got out of a relationship, so maybe your perspective is different, right? But maybe you could answer like the past, like why you chose that girl, right? Or like mistakes you've made and how you learn from it and how to choose like a better girl.
How to choose a better girl.
Yeah. And what's that? What has changed? Because I'm assuming everything about the friends you say applies to the girl and then more, because the girl is the most important person.
Yeah. I would say for sure what it like with my ex, for sure, what really made us like, what really made me drawn to her was for sure how loose she was, how like we would have make like any kind of joke. It was really funny. Like we're very she kind of fit like the tie with like my adventurous side, you know, like we went bungee jumping. We, like,
No way.
Yeah, you don't.
Shit.
Like, bro, you don't.
I never do that.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like you would never really get a girl that's like it's a really like fine type of girl, like, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
That's definitely what I look for sure. But I think just somebody that's that is very forgiving. I'd say somebody that's very like, and a girl that's like very forgiving. Like she just really somebody that's really drawn to me, you know.
Yeah. So Jordan, let me interrupt you.
Yeah.
What have you learned from the past experience? Because obviously something bad happened. And
Okay.
What have you learned from that?
Shit. Honestly, you can't ignore the red flags, you know.
And what were the flags?
The flags are just like lying in the beginning, you know, just like just lies in the beginning, which you just can't ignore it, you know. Like I kind of was like, all right, like it's fine, like we'll get past it. I was the type to be like, you know, it's cool, like we'll work through it and shit, you know. So maybe if I see that in the future, that's something that definitely is like, you know.
So I have a very interesting question for you.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like a philosophy, psychology type question.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So here's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you have like a dope friend, right?
Yeah.
Loyal, cool as fuck, will always be there for you.
Yep.
But say you have your goal. Let's say you want to be like financially independent, right?
Yep.
That friend, while so dope, will always, not on purpose, by the way, right? But will always sabotage that goal of yours. Versus, okay, would you rather have a friend where they're always mischievous, conniving, like they want the downfall for you, but they're so bad at that. And every single time they try to take you down, they accidentally keep on pushing you up, as in they keep on making you more successful and more successful. And you have to choose, who would you rather choose?
The person that you're saying, can you describe that person that you just
So I'll simplify, right? Like scenario number one.
Okay.
Best friend you could possibly ask for.
Yeah.
But every single time, or like guaranteed, that friendship will always prevent you from accomplishing your goal.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Versus the friend with bad intentions, but he's so bad, like he doesn't want the best for you, okay?
Okay.
But he's so bad at trying to like ruin you, he accidentally keeps on pushing you forward.
Okay.
And you have to choose. In the real world, there's no neutrality, okay?
Okay.
So you have to pick between one.
So the second person is constantly just trying to, like you said, what would you say that he was doing?
Trying to backstab you.
Trying to backstab me?
Trying to backstab you, trying to ruin your shit, like whatever you got going on. But they're just so bad at that, they keep on making you more successful.
Shit. That's like playing with like your emotion and versus like your angle, you know? It's like, I would say, honestly, I'm more drawn to the first one, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, probably the first one. I wouldn't want somebody that would be backstab me all the time, you know? Like, it's a bad friend.
You're a good guy. Hey, I'll tell you what. I pick number two.
Yeah.
Number two all the way.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like maybe your goal is to have like strong relationships with people.
Yeah.
Right? So having good friends is valuable to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I think for me, I have a different perspective. It's that most things in life get solved once you have a few things. And then it becomes like internal, right? So like I think level one in life would be like external problems.
Yeah.
Right? So we have most things figured out, especially if you live in America. We have very privileged lives. No matter like what neighborhood you live in, you always got a place to stay. You always got food and water. So that's all checked out. And it's like a hierarchy of needs, right? And at a certain level, let's say you get financially independent enough where all your expenses are paid. You don't have to pay for rents. You don't have to pay for like insurance because it's all paid for. What's next, right? What's next? And the next part would be like internal, because all problems that people really face is perspective.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so when I talked about goal and you pick the bad friend or like the good friend, but it doesn't help you with your goals.
Yeah.
What would that goal be?
That goal would be to, like my goal, like my end goal.
Yeah.
I would say my end goal is honestly to for sure have a family, and within that family, I would want to be financially free, like at a level where, you know, so probably I would say like at a level where I don't really have to worry about money at all.
That's
Like
good.
I already have everything solved, and I can really just spend time with my family, to be honest. So like my family right now and my family in the future, like kids, wife, all that. So that's really my angle, and a big enough house where, you know, we have a lot of space, we have some land for sure. That's like the end goal.
And let's say that good friend, okay,
Okay.
with that specific goal in mind,
Uh.
start a family.
Yep.
He accidentally like drops the baby. Obviously, no one plans to drop the baby, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He accidentally like fucks your wife, right? Right, and then maybe
Yeah.
he accidentally like you asked him to like help out with the contract, owning the land and all that stuff. He accidentally wrote it in your name, except Jordan, he spells it with an E. So there's some like fucking Jordan with your last name out there that owns the land,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Would that be acceptable?
Nah, hell no.
So tell me about it. Tell me, because that's the reality, right? That's where the decision comes in.
Yeah.
And I say all of that because here's the truth. Without a doubt, there's always going to be like a snake in your party, right? Or at the very least, if you plan on having a party, right, like your group,
Yeah.
or even if you plan to become successful, there will always be like a snake
Yeah.
in the bushes, and there will always be good intentioned people.
Yeah.
So it's like both is true. Both will always happen.
Mhm.
And it's just like a question of what you value more, right? Would you value being a good person, or would you value your goals more?
I think shit, honestly, I enjoy being a good person, to be honest.
Nice.
But at the same time, I do have goals, so it's like a mix of both. So, but you're saying which one I value more?
Yes. Like, don't get me wrong. You can, both is true. You can want both, right? But it's just like
Yeah.
whatever you prioritize more is obviously what you will get more out of.
Yeah, honestly, I think I get more out of being a good person, to be honest.
Yes. Nice. You're a good guy, bro. You're a good guy.
Appreciate it, man.
Not me. If a company, I talk about this a lot, right? In social media, there's big money that comes in with gambling deals.
Yeah. Gambling deals? Yeah.
Big money.
Yeah.
Right? Like big money. So for example, I can leak it because I don't care. But they're an influencer. Like I told you, short form in social media is less valuable compared to like long form social media, right?
Yeah.
So Instagram followers is not the same as YouTube. So
Okay.
I said this, I'm just saying for the viewers. And someone with 200K, okay, 200K Instagram followers, they get paid 30 grand a month.
Yeah.
All right. Just to promote a gambling deal, like a few posts, once a month, and they get 30 grand. Right.
Yeah.
And here's the truth. Where is that money coming from? It's not from like the 1 minute of effort you're doing to it. Hey guys, check out this gambling website. It comes from all that money comes from like the people you convince to go to the website. They invest all of their life savings. They lose it all, and that money trickles back down to you.
Yeah.
Right. And the morality question is that many people who take that deal, they always say, "No, I'm not a good. I'm not a bad person," because the person is choosing to do it themselves. Like I play no role in a way.
Yeah.
And like the problem with that is that if that's the case, then like anything goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And like there needs to be a little bit of accountability in like your actions. And it's like the same idea with people who deal drugs, right?
Yeah.
They'll say, if I don't deal it, someone else will, right? Like there's a market. Someone will buy that anyway. And I'm just filling up the gap. But like, again, everyone thinks like that. And like the first step to actually making a difference would be you. Right?
Yeah.
But you're trying to like turn a blind eye. Anyway, I take that deal any day. But no gambling companies have reached out. Right? And it's just a matter of like, I care about being truthful. More than like what is good and bad. Because good and bad is all subjective. Right? Because everyone views like Democrat as good. Everyone then views like Republican bad. But like, I don't really care what they think because I don't value their opinion, right? And the truth is, it's like if you value people's opinion too much, it becomes like a thing where you don't live your life, but you live for others.
Yeah, I get that.
So, yeah, no, dude, I think I got you like pretty well through like, this conversation, right?
Yeah.
But you're like a good guy. You want to be a good person. Obviously, there are like some pitfalls with like discipline, comfortable areas with like friendship.
Yeah.
But what do you think so far of this conversation?
I think it's pretty good. I think like you said, you kind of get a feel of who I am. Like I think that there's a lot of things that I probably wouldn't do that would like. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, when it comes to like money, like I guess it's not really like a really big necessity, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not really something that I value like so much, but it definitely is something that would be like cool to like, you know, to be level and not really have to worry about it for sure.
Yeah.
So
it's like all again about perspective, you know?
Yeah.
Many people, I talked to some people like the Ukraine and stuff.
Yeah.
You're living the dream, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we got like problems in our own life, but I think to be born in America, to be like able-bodied, to be like smart, intelligent, right?
Yep.
I mean, people die trying to come here.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
Yeah, I think a big example of that is like my history, you know, like Mexicans, you know, like like they're really like paying like all their life savings to come here, or they're either like risking to get killed or to get like prosecuted or something, you know. So I think that's a good example. You said we're living the dream right now.
Yes, honestly, there's nothing to complain, right?
Yeah.
And like I think it's like a big marketing lie because my life's pretty chill, my life's pretty easy. Don't get me wrong, what I do is not easy, because if it was, everyone would be like doing it and it'd be like very competitive.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not. It's like pretty easy to do, or at least like how I view it.
Yeah.
And it's more of like I could lie and like say, man, Jordan, man, I'm fucking grinding every day, man. I'm grinding like so hard every day. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, actually I forgot. I was gonna lead to something very riveting that would have changed the lives of people listening, but honestly it slipped my mind. So yeah, so I don't know. But is there anything you wanted to say or like talk about? Ask me any questions before we cut this off, because actually I forgot. I invited you to ask questions about me.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I just asked about you the whole time because that's what I like to do.
Yeah. I could get into some questions about you for sure.
By the way, you don't have to.
No,
I actually don't. I don't care.
It's all good, bro. For sure, I do want to know about you. I do want to know a little bit.
Sure, go for it, bro.
So, with all that you do with being an influencer and all that.
Yeah.
So when did that start? Like, how did that start?
Yeah. So it was during COVID, and you know, I get comments once in a while of like bitches complaining, right? And like that's the problem with like just hanging out with weak-minded people in a way, because they always find like excuses. Don't get me wrong, they are not bad people, all right? They always have good intentions. I think most people are good people, at the core. And I would get comments like, oh man, like COVID was so hard for us, man. It like it ruined my social life, school, blah blah blah. COVID was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because when I was in COVID, I would play games for like months, every day. Wake up, 16 hours, game. Okay?
Yeah.
And it got so bad to the point where when I go to bed, I would dream about playing video games, because that was my reality. I thought I woke up one day, I was like, fuck, man, like what happened to my progress? And I realized it was a dream the whole time. So it was like super fucked, right? That was literally my world.
Yeah.
And I was not happy. I was depressed, blah, 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 you know, fat as shit too. And like the problem was, I realized, wait a second, what if I get rich? What if I get rich and this was my life, where I have all the free time I have right now and I don't like right now?
Yeah.
And I realized there's like a beauty in contributing to society. There's a beauty in working, right? So I have a friend, he has a grandpa, he's like 80 years old. He still works a 9 to 5 because he likes that shit, man.
Yeah.
He likes that shit. And I don't think people realize that. A lot of people are trying to like escape work, but work has the answers in a way, right?
Yeah.
They're just doing work they don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
And what was your question again? Like how I started social media. At that point, I realized, all right, well, let's do something different. Let's get a little bit of work in, okay? And I had a decision, okay? And usually I just mapped out to 3 random things. Not random things, but things I have a natural interest towards.
Yeah.
Okay? It would either be clothing, because back then I really gave a fuck about like expressing myself, dressing.
Yeah.
Music, because I was in band, right? I like listening to music. I know instruments. That seems cool. Maybe I can do something about like music.
Yeah,
Or
I remember you in band.
What? Really?
Yeah, I remember. Wasn't Ramar doing it with you? Or no?
No.
Or I feel like I went to band and you're in there.
Yeah.
I was just in high school. I was just like go class to class. Like sometimes I had a math class I would never go to.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I went up there and was Jordan Cooper in your thing or no?
Swear to God, Jordan Cooper sounds very familiar. I don't even remember.
He's the big loud black guy, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
yeah, he was in there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember going in there. I remember seeing you guys and like. I remember seeing you, and I'd always just dap you up because you knew Ramar.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was either like clothing brand because I had an interest in it.
Yeah.
Music because I had an interest in it. Or YouTube, right? Because like, statistically, I hate to be an NPC here, but everyone polled like children, they all want to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was also like an NPC in that way, where I also wanted to do YouTube.
Yeah.
And I decided YouTube on a whim. Literally, there was no reason to do it. And I know specifically why there wasn't a reason was because I watched an art video about advice. So it wasn't even like a business video, what niche to pick. It was like an artistic guide. And it's about like what to draw. Because drawing goes deep. You have to pick your style, okay? Because 3D, 2D, it's like it runs so deep and there's so much skill into art that a lot of people do all types of styles and they're never good at any of them.
Yeah.
Right? And I knew that was a pitfall that like people fall into. So I was like, okay, I cannot just like dick around and pick all 3. I need to pick one.
Yeah.
And I just picked YouTube, made my first YouTube channel, and then during that same like COVID era, I collabed with like a YouTuber like 2 million plus like subscribers.
Oh shit.
It was when I was like 300 subs, right?
Yeah.
So like he found me.
Oh,
he like put me on. We did a collab together. I grew to like 6,000 subscribers.
Damn.
And then senior year comes in. I fucking tell everyone, right? Because I was so hyped. It was a big mistake. I should have not done that. Because like this is where it comes in with our conversation earlier about like you helping out your boys.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You'll put them on. If my boys make it, they'll put me on.
Yeah.
If you just look at stories overall, that rarely ever happens.
Yeah.
Right? And it rarely ever happens, not because like the successful person isn't a real one, but because there's a reason behind it. Okay. And anyway, whilst I was there, I noticed that like once people found out I had a YouTube channel, you get a lot of fake love, right?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
People you don't really hang out with, like they start like hanging out with you more. They start like talking to you more. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? I never even liked you. And like, I don't think you like me either, but we're just like, hanging out now. And it was just the idea of like, okay, well, if I'm friends with the Rambo, he might become successful. And if he becomes successful, I could say that I was a day one and I can like guilt him into giving me something that he could possibly have that I want.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like that whole thing. It taught me as well with like relationships. Anyway, long story short, I killed the channel because so many of people in high school were watching it. It felt like I was making the videos not for me or for growth, but for people who watch it, which is in high school.
Oh shit.
So I killed the channel. I started a new one, and this is the channel we're working on right now. That's pretty much the story, or like the OG origins. That's the origins.
Yeah, about COVID, how you're saying that was like the best time for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that was the best time for me too, bro. Like everything slowed down. I was at home, and honestly, like I would have like my boys. We'll just go like biking, or we'll just go like,
everyone. Yeah, me too, bro. Everyone did biking.
Everybody picked up a bike, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that like really slowed down, like. Or you're so bored, like what are you gonna do? You know, like you gotta go outside somehow. You know.
Yeah.
So that was a cool time for me too. COVID was a cool time.
Yeah, like COVID. I look back on COVID. Actually, I don't ever. I don't really think about the past. But if I were to, I just look at it in a good way because without it, I wouldn't have made that decision. I'm sure I would have, done well for myself. But because of COVID, it helped me make that decision, and I like vividly know why I did it. Because of COVID, right? So that's why I started social media.
Because you kind of had to like pick.
Yeah, I forced myself to pick, forced myself to get good. But if you couldn't tell, like in the 3, there's like an overarching theme.
Yeah.
Of like music, fashion, or YouTube. They all themed into like wanting to express myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like music's a form of expression. How you dress is a form of expression.
Yeah.
And in high school, I didn't feel like I could express myself properly. Jordan, I'm fake as fuck. I'll tell you right now, okay? In the context of when I was in high school, I was just like, I have these thoughts, ideas, opinions.
Yeah.
I wouldn't voice them because like I'd be the crazy person. I'd be like the autistic kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I'm smart enough to like not socially isolate myself.
Okay.
So in that context, I was like, okay, well, I need to really express myself somehow, or else like shit's about to go crazy. So I picked YouTube as the best form of expression, and I express myself through my videos and like the artistry and like the effort and all of it.
Yeah, that's a big work of art right there too, bro. Like those videos for sure.
Yeah,
That's cool, bro.
You've never even watched the video, but
No, I haven't, but
okay, yeah. But you're not wrong, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a way, perspective wise, I think everyone's an artist. Everyone's creating something, and it could be whether through like your art of how you do electrical engineering,
Yeah, yeah.
how you like write your line of code, how you serve that fucking burger, how you wrap it up. That itself is art, and it's like take pride in that. A lot of people demean themselves of what they do in the day to day, but if you take things seriously, you take pride in it, good things usually come.
Yeah, for sure. It's you got to put your all into anything that you do, or it's like, why would you do it? Why would you do it at all? So,
Do you think you're saying that to yourself?
to myself.
Yeah, like what you just said right now. Like, why are you doing it if you're not like doing your all into it?
Yeah, I would say just like little tasks, like whatever you're doing, like bro, if you're gonna go sweep your room, you're not gonna sweep that shit half-ass, or whatever little task you're doing, whether it's your job or whatever, you gotta put your all into that shit,
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what. I think that's how I view it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great mindset. Like to expand on it, I view it in the context of, so in Buddhism, there's this belief that like suffering comes from desires, right? So if you desire money, you will suffer from it. You make a contract with yourself that I will not be happy until I have what I want, which is, for example, money. Incels would want like a girlfriend, so they will suffer because they want a girlfriend so badly, right? And it's like the idea of, I'll be honest, I don't like, the visuals look good. My room's like low key kind of dirty, and I don't even clean my room. My girlfriend does, right? So like on the organization basis in the physical world, I have not tapped in, right? Because I only choose to suffer for a few things in life, right?
Yeah.
And I think that itself, if you want less, you become more happy overall. So like stuff like that, but yeah.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Oh, another question was why did you drop out of college? Like, what made you lead to that?
Think of it like this, okay? We talked about this at the gym, but there's some fucking Mexican just like you.
Yes, sir.
That's doing electrical engineering. The difference is he's doing it all the way. Okay. Right? He's dedicated himself to doing it, to helping the family, to grow the business. He like is spending less time with his friends because he knows that like if he has the option to go hang out with them, he'll always pick that rather than like grinding the thing, okay? Or for example, for me, I was killing it in university, okay? So I told you already, I was a STEM major, I was a coding major and like a business major. Yeah. And my GPA was like a 4, right? In the university with like coding classes, all that kind of stuff. Then I had a marketing internship at the same time. And then I had, as I told you, I was a private tutor that actually required a bachelor's degree that I did not have, right? But I was just like that fucking good. Yeah, so they hired me anyway. And then girlfriend, go to the gym. On top of that, I'm trying to do YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing good in those things like university, getting a job, internship. But I knew deep down that if I gave it 100%, I could just do so much more, right? Yeah. And there's like this balance of I'm doing good in university compared to everyone else, right? Because like everyone's like low key, at least in university, they're like low key not trying, how I see it. Right? They're not trying where it's like, oh man, getting an internship so hard. Oh man, getting a job so hard. Oh man, getting these grades are so hard. But for me, it wasn't hard. Yeah. And I was comfortable with that. Okay. I was like, oh yeah. But I knew that if I dropped most things, I could like kill it in all of them. Yeah. Right. But I can't kill in all of them if I had all the things I was doing.
Yeah.
And it was a question of what do I care more about? Do I like coding? No, not really. Do I like tutoring? I do, but I don't see a career in it, so not there.
Yeah.
Do I like my fucking marketing internship? Yeah, kind of, but I'm working for someone else. YouTube was the obvious answer, and from a competitive standpoint, how could I do well in YouTube if there's some fuckface that is like a dropout? That's the only thing he has going on for himself, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine this outside perspective. You're not in it yourself. If you had to pick, Jordan, who would be more successful? Would it be the person who goes to university, does multiple things at once, he's constantly busy, juggling multiple things in life, and he's passionate about YouTube, versus the guy that dropped out of college, is in his room all day, grinding out YouTube because that's his only option? Who would you pick?
The one that's all in.
Exactly.
Second option.
Right? And that's just from an outside perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that's the obvious answer. Everyone knows the obvious answer, but they're so deep into things that they can't decide themselves.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like excuses that pop up. There's so many excuses that I had, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from an objective standpoint, that's why I did it. From like an emotional standpoint, it was like a mess.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a fucking emotional mess. But I did it. I went through it and I did it.
What's your end goal? Like what's your dream?
I love talking. I love teaching.
Yeah.
Right? That's always been like a passion of mine. I
Yeah.
like to express myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave a positive impact, but also make money. Right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And that itself is a contradiction in a way. You can make money ethically, but if you scale things large enough, your impact will be so good that you'll leave trails of like negativity in a way.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But I always believe that I can do more. So for example, I remember I was talking to a friend of mine and he's like, yo, Rambo, why are you like applying for that bike when you don't need that bike, right? Because like I'm pretty well off.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I can use that bike more than the person who on paper will get more of it. So for example, right? Let's say a financial aid.
Yeah.
Bike's a horrible example. So for example, financial aid, right?
Yeah.
I am well off in financial aid. My friend is also he's like a little bit like lower in a way, but he actively chose not to get financial aid, right? When he could have gotten it. Okay.
Oh, shit. And
I asked him, why are you not getting financial aid? And he's trying to play this like moral high game of like, oh, Rambo, why would I get financial aid when I don't need it? I want that fund to go to other people who will need it. Okay?
Yeah.
So here we go. We're doing the same thing again. All right, let's play the theoretical game. Okay. We were on a hike.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, think of it like this. You know many people who are not financially responsible. You are financially responsible. I know so many people who got financial aid. They bought PS5. They spent all that money going to fucking concerts, right? And they need that money. They need that money. A lot of people are in fucking debt.
Yeah.
They don't even deserve the opportunity they have, right?
Yeah.
And you could use that money for better things. Even though on paper you don't need it, you could use that money way better than other people. You're not going to spend it on a fucking PS5, on concerts. You're going to spend it wisely, aka you're just gonna put it in the bank and like let that low key yield a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And it's like up to you, right? Like you get to choose in life.
Yeah.
You could be the person that like is generous to those that low key deserve it, or you could take that opportunity and make even more out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was the question, bro? I'm a yapper.
Oh,
something about like why I do this.
Yeah, the ultimate. Oh no, your end goal.
Oh,
The
my
big
end goal. Yeah, it's just everything I said, which is like I want to leave a positive impact. Also doing the things I like to do.
Yeah.
So I read a lot of books, and one of the books I read is The Courage to Be Disliked. And in that book, it talks about like overall everyone's passion in life, everyone, right, that they want to do.
Yeah.
In their own unique way, it's to leave a good impact.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Do you think like dictators, do you think like Hitler doing his own little thing, okay? Do you think he was trying to destroy the world? In his perspective, it was to do good. Right?
Yeah.
War's happening right now. Nobody wants war. Nobody likes war. But every single person that chooses to go to war thinks they're doing it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Right? And like that's what I mean with like people always have good intentions. Now, is what they do good? really depends. That's why I asked you the question as well about good intended person, bad outcome, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can have good intentions. I won't deny that. But like, is your outcome good?
Yeah.
Again, it also depends on my perspective.
Yeah.
So like, everything is like subjective. Everything is like never true. And yeah, that's the answer.
That's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah. Any final questions before like we end this and move on?
Any more questions?
Yeah, up to you, bro. Up to you. No pressure.
Yeah. How's the gym life with you? How is like cause I seen you at the gym.
Yeah.
So how is like your gym life going?
It's going good. I mean, you know, both you and I are very fit. You have more muscle just because I've always been going to the gym. I just never like eat properly, like enough protein.
Yeah.
But I also do a lot of cardio. I actually like doing cardio.
Yeah.
So like back in high school, I would just be like running miles, you know. But yeah, I always like working out. I always enjoy it. I want to, once I get like a lot of money, I would love to do jiu-jitsu, like combat sports.
Yeah.
Back in high school, I did wrestling, and it was a lot of fun. But I broke my fucking collarbones. I was like,
Oh,
oh shit. Okay, well, I'm out because it's more fragile, all that kind of stuff. But now I've recovered.
Yeah.
But I'm busy, right? Also, I'll be going like month-long vacations, so I won't have time to like train.
Yeah.
But you know that's just like random stuff. The gym is fun. Actually, I hate the gym. The only reason why I go to the gym is for like the cognitive effect.
I feel like that's why I go to the gym too. Like I do like the effect that it leaves on my body. Like I think that's another reason why I go, like a little bit. But I think the main reason recently is just like that discipline part, you know?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you never really want to go to the gym. I think nobody really wants to be at the gym all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Some days you feel like really good. You're like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to the gym. And other days I'm like, bro, I don't want to get out of bed at all, you know?
Yeah, exactly, bro. I do not like going to the gym, but obviously I still go consistently because if I don't, I feel less sharp.
Yeah.
And low key my it's like when you get bad sleep, that isn't you. You know? There's like other things controlling you.
Yeah.
And it's like a potential question, right? So that's where I'm at. But from this conversation, Jordan, is there anything that like you thought was intriguing before we end the stream?
I think kind of just looking at our mindsets, like we two different mindsets, you know, kind of like just what you value, to be honest, you know. It's like what you value, what I value, and trying to just align with that.
Tell me more. Like, what are my values? What are yours? What are you trying to align with?
I think that sometimes, I think from what I was getting from, like you said, like, I don't really care about, like, the gambling and stuff like that. Or, like, you're, like, you kind of said that, that it's going to happen anyway, you know? Like, whether you...
By the way, that's the excuse of people that like, make it. So, like, the excuse of, like, drug dealers or influencers that take the gambling deal, their justification for doing that would be that, well, they're gonna gamble anyway. That's their justification. I'm aware of that, and I'll still take that deal. Right? Because my explanation would be I would use that money way better than that. And good or bad, subjective. From my perspective, it's always the worth deal. Right? You present people with the opportunity. Like, would you kill a person? Fucking shoot them in the face. No, you wouldn't. No one would do that. No sane person would ever do that. But sweeten the deal, okay? 5 million. Fucking shoot them in the face. No, I would not. I would not do that. That's way too much. But red button, random person in the world dies, right? For 5 million. So many people would do it.
Yeah, it's different.
Same outcome happens, but it's completely different on how you perceive it, right? You're still killing someone. But because you're pressing a button, you don't see what's going on, then there's no guilt involved, right? You don't see them begging for their life, but you're still killing someone. But if you change the question, many more people will press the button.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just like it's a question about like understanding yourself. Yeah. And I'm aware. Give me that 30 grand, bitch. Give me that fucking shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But they do short form content. So I do long form, which is like unlucky, but no big deal. More money will come.
No diss to that.
No hate to them, bro. I do the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's just what I got out of it. It's just yeah, what you line for is like shit. Maybe money's not really a big thing for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is honestly what I got from the conversation. Is like,
yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
And guess what? Money will always come if you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
I think honestly, I'm a pretty big believer in Christianity and Jesus. And honestly, like a big teaching is just not even to worry about money at all.
Yes, because it's a root to suffering.
Yeah.
If you care so much about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't really try to worry about it. I feel like doors just open, you know?
Yeah.
When you don't really worry about things, it happens, you know?
Yeah, because like truthfully, you're not gonna fail in life, Jordan. Right?
Yeah.
You seem like a very smart person. Good people will always get rewarded for their kindness.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like how fast you want it and how you want to get there.
Yeah.
So I think it was a great conversation.
Yeah, it was a good ass conversation, bro.
Yes, and then let's do a camera. All right, okay. I'm gonna do the live stream. All right, everyone, check out the school community if you're more interested in people with philosophy and their beliefs and applying it to your day-to-day life. Check out the Discord, check out the Patreon if you want to support. There's also exclusive content where I review my own videos to 30 minutes. Be kind to the people that deserve to be kind. Make sure you say you love to the people you love. Be earnest, be honest. Have a good rest of your day, and